Alexandrite is one of the biggest and wildest fusions in Steven universe. She's made up of garnet, which already includes ruby and sapphire, amethyst, and pearl. So that's 4 gems total in one towering 6-armed fusion. She's got this wild turquoise hair that mixes pieces of each gem style, a mask-like face with 3 lenses circling her main gemstone, and hiding behind that mask is a second mouth, sharp teeth, long tongue, and all. Both mouths can talk, but the lower one is also where she breathes fire. Alexandrite doesn't show up often, mostly because fusing her takes a lot of coordination between the gems. When they're not fully in sync, things get weird fast, like during Fusion Cuisine, where they tried to pretend to be Steven's mom at a dinner with Connie's parents. It did not go well. Pearl didn't want to eat, Amethyst was starving, Garnet tried to keep the peace, and they fell apart mid-dinner. Total chaos. But when they are focused, especially in battle, Alexandrite is a total beast. In Super Watermelon Island, she went up against the unstable fusion Malachite, tried to talk her down, and then absolutely wrecked her using Opal's recurve bow. She can use Pearl's spear, Amethyst's whip, Garnet's gauntlets, and combinations like Sugilite's flail or Sardonyx's warhammer. She also has some unique tricks, laser arrows, spinning doll joints, crazy strength, and that fire breath again. She's tanky too. She can take massive hits, like when Malachite froze her in a block of ice and she still broke out and kept fighting. She's even picked up a bus and saved people during the Chaos in Steven Universe the movie. Amethyst is one of the main crystal gems and easily one of the most laid-back and wildest characters on the team. She came from the Kindergarten Project, basically a factory where the gem homeworld created soldiers by injecting gem seeds into Earth. But Amethyst was different. She popped out 500 years late, which made her smaller than other quartz gems like Jasper. She's short, stocky, and super strong despite that, and she ended up being one of the last Earth-made gems to ever exist. After being found by Rose Quartz, she joined the crystal gems and helped defend Earth for thousands of years. Amethyst used to struggle hard with self-worth. She thought she was defective or not good enough compared to Garnet or Pearl. She covered that up by being loud, messy, and fun-loving. One of her biggest emotional breakthroughs came when she realized she didn't need to change to be loved or respected. Her fusion with Steven into Smoky Quartz helped her see that being different didn't mean being broken. She's a powerhouse when it comes to abilities. Her weapon is a whip, which she uses to slice, trap, or throw enemies and even objects. It later got upgraded to a flail. She can shapeshift into all kinds of things. She's great at hand-to-hand combat, especially wrestling-style moves, and she's tough enough to take a beating from enemies like Jasper. She's also got other gem powers like glowing light from her gem, summoning a bubble to protect things, spin dashing like a ball to attack enemies, and fusing with other gems. Aquamarine is a small pale blue gem who looks like a cute fairy but acts like a cold-hearted villain. Even though she sounds childish, Aquamarine is bossy, dangerous, and full of herself. She acts like she's better than everyone else and doesn't bother hiding it. Sent to Earth with a topaz fusion, her mission was to grab some humans for Pink Diamond Zoo, but she totally misunderstood the list Steven gave Peridot. She thought names like My Dad and Onion, I think, were human types, not actual people. Once on Earth, she and Topaz went around town capturing Steven's friends, zapping anyone in the way with her wand, which could freeze people in place. She even threw Steven into a tree like it was nothing. She's loyal to the diamonds, but only as long as it serves her. When she captures Steven and threatens his friends, she accepts a trade. Steven offers himself as Rose Quartz, and Aquamarine takes him instead, thinking that would impress the diamonds more. On their ship, she mocks and taunts Steven constantly, but things go sideways when Topaz starts to feel bad for Steven and Lars. Aquamarine nearly gets poofed, but talks Topaz down by reminding her that rebellion means punishment. In the end, she plays it cool like nothing ever happened, as long as Topaz unfuses and gets back to work. Later in the show's timeline, during Era 3, Aquamarine gets stripped of her wand since non-summoned weapons are banned. She then fuses with Eyeball, a ruby who also hates Steven, to become Bluebird Azurite. The two team up just to ruin Steven's life. They act friendly at first, but once they reveal their true plan, they kidnap Greg and try to blackmail Steven into destroying everything he built. Steven refuses, saves Greg, and fights back in his pink form. Even during battle, Aquamarine keeps her cocky attitude, though she and Eyeball can't even stay fused unless they're focused on hating Steven. Aquamarine can fly using water wings, has a sharp memory, and super strength, even surviving a beatdown from Alexandrite. While she once held authority over Topaz and acted like a top-tier gem, she eventually got kicked out of Homeworld because she couldn't handle the new era and refused to change. Bismuth was once a homeworld gem, designed to be a builder, helping construct gem colonies all over the galaxy. But when she came to Earth, everything changed. After meeting Rose Quartz, she was inspired to break free from her assigned purpose and fight for freedom. She joined the Crystal Gems during the rebellion and became their blacksmith, forging every single material weapon they used, including Rose's sword. But things didn't stay peaceful. Bismuth wanted to end the war by any means necessary and created a weapon called the Breaking Point, designed to shatter gems completely, something Rose was strongly against. When Bismuth offered Rose the weapon and she refused, Bismuth saw it as betrayal and attacked her. Rose poofed Bismuth, bubbled her, and locked her away in the pink dimension. Then she lied to the team, saying Bismuth had gone missing in battle. Thousands of years later, Steven accidentally freed Bismuth while exploring Lion's storage dimension. She had no idea how much time had passed. At first, she was thrilled to be reunited with the team and jumped right back into making weapons. But when she offered the Breaking Point to Steven and he rejected it, saying the exact same thing Rose did, she snapped again, thinking he was Rose in disguise. Steven ended up poofing her and telling the truth to the other gems. Instead of hiding it, he owned up to what happened. Eventually, he unbubbled her again in the episode Maid of Honor and gave her a real second chance. This time, she stayed. After rejoining the team, Bismuth became a mentor to Steven. Bismuth had her moments in key battles, especially against the Diamonds. In Reunited, she helped defend the planet from their ships and was even ready to fight Blue Diamond herself. Later, in Change Your Mind, Bismuth arrived with reinforcements in Yellow Diamond's repaired arm ship and helped take down White Diamond's defenses. She also fought alongside Peridot and Lapis and supported Steven in his final confrontations. After everything settled, she helped unbubble the corrupted gems and rebuild Earth Society for Gems in Era 3. Bixbite is a former corrupted gem who now works as a chef at Fish Stew Pizza. When she was first introduced in the episode Rising Tides, Crashing Skies, she was a huge crab-like monster with one eye, big claws, and the ability to spawn smaller crab creatures. Her corrupted form was captured on Ronaldo's night vision camera, which made her look dark teal, though the real colors weren't clear. Ronaldo nicknamed her the Colossal Crab. The crystal gems eventually poofed and bubbled her, sending her to the Burning Room, where corrupted gems were stored. She stayed there until Change Your Mind, when the Diamonds helped cure the corruption using Rose's fountain. After that, she took on her uncorrupted form, which still kept a few crab-like features. In the episode Guidance, Amethyst gives her a job slicing pizza at Fish Stew Pizza. Bixbite appears a few more times in the series. She shows up at Bluebird Azurite's welcome party, cheers at the Off-Colors graduation, and is seen learning to make wedding armor in Bismuth's class. She's got all the standard gem abilities like regeneration, shapeshifting, and super strength, but she also had a unique skill when she was corrupted, creating smaller crab monsters. Blue Chalcedony is one of the corrupted gems, first showing up way back in Season 1 in the episode Arcade Mania. At the time, no one knew her actual name. Fans in the show just referred to her as the Gem Cave creature. She was officially identified as Blue Chalcedony much later in the book Steven Universe, End of an Era. In her corrupted form, she looks like a giant, alien-like brittle star. During her only episode appearance in Arcade Mania, the crystal gems find her inside a gem-controlled cave. Garnet ends up fighting her while Steven, who's distracted by the arcade game Meet Beat Mania, doesn't even notice what's happening. Blue Chalcedony gives Garnet a decent challenge, using her drill and long arms to burrow and attack, but Garnet eventually manages to defeat her. After the fight, Garnet bubbles her gem and sends it back to the temple for safekeeping. Angel Aura Quartz first appeared in Steven Universe during the episode Change Your Mind. Like many other gems at the time, she was corrupted and trapped in a bubbled state, but was healed thanks to Steven and the Diamonds working together. Once she was healed, she became an active part of Little Homeworld, a community where reformed gems live and learn how to start fresh. Like other gems, she has the standard gem abilities: shapeshifting, bubbling, fusion, regeneration, enhanced durability and strength, photokinesis, light projection, and gravity shifting. She also helped out during key moments, like comforting Beach City residents during the events of the movie, attending Pearl's lecture, and even showing up in Steven's commercial for Little Homeschool. She has some visible friendships too. She's been seen hanging out and walking around Little Homeworld with Cherry Quartz and Little Larimar. She also has a particularly close bond with Biggs Jasper, especially when it comes to playing volleyball. Crazy Lace Agate is the quartz fusion, though the exact identities of the two gems that make her up are still unknown. What we do know is that she's got two gemstones, one where her right eye would be and another on her nose. One is a patterned cabochon and the other's a rounded triangle. Both are decorated in unique Jasper-like patterns, and since she's a quartz fusion, it's safe to say both her parts are quartz-type gems. Her backstory goes all the way back to the Gem Rebellion. She originally fought for the crystal gems during the war against Homeworld, but got corrupted when the diamonds unleashed the corrupting light. She stayed in a corrupted form until Steven and the diamonds healed her and changed your mind. There's no official confirmation on whether she stayed fused during all that time, or if her two-component gems fused again after being uncorrupted. But either way, she came back as Crazy Lace and immediately reconnected with the other unbubbled crystal gems like Zebra Jasper and Angel Aura Quartz. Crazy Lace has all the basic gem powers: shape-shifting, weapon summoning, bubbling, and so on. She's also really strong and durable, especially for a quartz fusion. She can take hits from other quartzes without breaking a sweat, like when she was shown playing rough volleyball with them. She's also believed to be able to perform a spin dash move, which fits her love for speed and movement, though that specific attack has never actually been shown on screen. Biggs Jasper is a quartz-type gem and a former Homeworld soldier who switched sides and became one of the crystal gems. She's been around for over 6,000 years and first appeared in the episode Gem Hunt. During the rebellion, she fought alongside Rose Quartz and the other crystal gems, but she didn't make it out of the war untouched. She got hit by the corrupting light, which turned her into a giant three-horned wolf-like monster called the Orange Great North Monster. In that corrupted form, she lost all memory of who she was and started attacking anything around her, even her old friends. Jasper eventually found her and used her as a weapon to fight the crystal gems. Amethyst had to poof her during a battle, and Steven bubbled her for safekeeping. Later, Bismuth, who thought Biggs had been shattered in the war, accidentally released her from her bubble in Maid of Honor, not realizing she was still corrupted. Biggs immediately attacked both Steven and Bismuth. Bismuth had to poof her again, and Steven rebubbled her. Eventually, she was healed during the big corruption cure and Change Your Mind. After getting uncorrupted, Biggs settled into life on Earth with the other gems. She started working at Beach City Funland as a Ferris wheel operator, and even took classes at Little Home School with Amethyst. Biggs is known for being strong and durable. She was powerful enough to break Steven's bubble shield when corrupted and could take hits from other quartzes during volleyball like it was no big deal. Aubergine Pearl is a background gem who shows up briefly but leaves a solid impression in the episode. Homeworld bound. She's a pearl, like the Crystal Gems pearl, but with her own distinct look and role. Unlike the usual ballerina-like pearls we've seen, Aubergine Pearl is basically a tour guide on Homeworld. She's seen walking a group of gems through the Diamond Throne Room, explaining the old society, and then casually telling everyone to head to the gift shop. That one line, "Now if you'll follow me this way to the gift shop," kind of says a lot about where Homeworld's at after the Diamonds stepped back from power. We don't get much dialogue or backstory from her, but it's clear she's very familiar with how things used to run on Homeworld. That makes sense since pearls were originally designed to serve higher-ranking gems, but there's no owner mentioned for her, and that's pretty rare. She's only the second pearl in the series shown without a known master, which suggests that in Era 3, even pearls are being given more independence. She likely has all the standard pearl powers: shape-shifting, fusion, durability, and all that. And because she's a pearl, she probably has access to interdimensional storage inside her gem. That means she can stash way more than what physically fits on her, which is handy for someone leading tours or managing info. She might also be able to project holograms, make duplicates of herself, and control sand or clouds, just like Crystal Gem Pearl. If you like this video, turn on the notification bell and subscribe for more.